Hello and welcome to the Music Shack podcast. This is episode number 20. This week I'm joined by myself, Bruce,
Ron,
and Ed.
All
a
right.
little far back for that one.
I was a little far back for that one.
So was I.
Oh, mother.
Why you want to relaunch?
Nah.
Redo?
Good.
Edit point?
They know who we are.
Yeah, they should at this point, hopefully.
I would hope so.
Alright, so who's starting this?
I
You
can
want to start playing with the music there?
Hey, it's what I do.
I could start us off with the Billboard Hot 100.
Go ahead.
All right, starting at number 1, we've got WAP by Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion. At number 2, we've got Dynamite by BTS.
Okay.
Number 3, we've got Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake featuring Lil Durk. Number 4, we've got Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch. And number 5, we've got Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Number 6, we've got Mood by 24 Golden featuring... name's not there. Damn it.
This
Alright.
guy.
This fucking guy.
Well,
Whoa, we
Yeah.
might be past the minute mark. That should be good. We'll let
okay,
it fly.
alright, we're good. Alright. Well, number 7, we've got Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles.
Okay.
Number 8, we got What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow featuring DaBaby. Number 9, we got Savage Love with Josh 689 and Jason Derulo.
Brutalo.
Shush it. And number 10, we got Popstar by DJ Khaled featuring Drake.
Cool.
Wanna move into artists?
Go ahead.
Alright. Number 1's BTS. Number 2's Big Sean. Number 3 is Tekashi 6ix9ine. Number 4 is Taylor Swift. Number 5 is Juice WRLD. Number 6 is Harry Styles. Number 7 is Luke Combs. Number 8 is Pop Smoke. May he rest in peace. And I forgot to say it at the end of Juice WRLD as well. May they both rest in peace. Number 9, Drake. And number 10, Post Malone.
So for our album chart, we have Detroit 2 by Big Sean. New entry at number 1.
There we go.
Nice.
Already starting
Nice.
good. Beautiful album.
Yes.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, we have Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon Deluxe by Pop Smoke.
Yep.
We have Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD at number 3. Number 4 is Tattletales by 6ix9ine.
Okay.
Folklore by Taylor Swift. It went down to 5. The Hamilton soundtrack at 6. My Turn by Lil Baby at number 7. Pray for Love by Rod Wave at number 8. Blame It On Baby by DaBaby at number 9. And Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone at number 10. Went up to 10, actually.
Okay. So,
All right.
do you think The Weeknd will ever move out of number 5?
No.
I don't think so.
He's been there. And he
I
doesn't
also
go
don't-
up and he doesn't go down. He's just...
I also don't think Roddy Ricch will ever drop below top 10.
Oh.
Because everything he's put out so far I've seen has been in the top 10s, and it's stayed there.
Yeah, people consistently go to his shit. So that's good for him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's great come contract negotiations.
Especially
So-
in that genre, for how much of a cash grab and a race it is to stay relevant.
Yeah.
It's being able to do that's incredible.
Like when you can get there and stay there,
Oh, yeah.
like,
It just means you got something good
yes.
that most people don't have.
Nah.
So, why don't we start with Ed then?
All right.
And what you got?
All right. You want me to start with something other than what I recommended, or
Yeah, let's see what
Yeah,
you
go right
recommended
ahead.
for last of this discussion,
okay.
because I want to. I got some things I
You
want
wanna-
to
you wanna
say.
deep dive? All right. So, Young Boy Never Broke Again dropped Top, which I thought was a solid album. Crossroads was a good song. My Windows was a good song. But Murder Business was another good one off of that. But I felt like it was solid. Not really too much to say about it. From King to a God is the name of the album that Conway the Machine dropped, which lyrically was the best album I listened to this week, for sure. If you're into, lyrics that actually mean something, it's definitely an album worth listening to. And then we have Tokyo's Revenge, an artist that I didn't know of until this week. And he dropped an album called 7. which I enjoyed the way that he mixed it up through the 7 songs that he put in there. I didn't necessarily like the last song on the album, to be honest. Dead Man's Wonderland was what I felt was a standout from it, as well as Sniper Part 3. So was Gotham, for that matter.
I believe it was Sinner Part 3.
Sinner, yes. Sinner Part 3. Okay. Running on all the sleep. Okay. So, Ron, whoa.
So, this... I told you right before we started, this was a little uncomfortable for me to listen to.
Okay.
And I think it's just because of his overall sound and his tonality. And it didn't really seem like... He was just everywhere.
He was. Which is what I liked about the album.
I will give him that. He was very... a lot of variety in what he did.
You didn't feel like it was... The last song was an extension.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no. It very much felt like each track had its own identity for what he was trying to do. He has a fascination with guns, apparently.
Most rappers do.
I think it's an unhealthy fascination with this one. Same thing with having sex, because there was a lot of sex talk. Literally, one of the opening lines for a song was,
I surgically had her teeth removed so she wouldn't bite my dick, or so she wouldn't bite me when she sucked my dick.
Yep.
Only they censor out the suck my dick part.
And then on another one,
which I thought was odd that they censored it.
And on Body Count, he's in a room with.
Body Count.
In Body Count, it starts off as another bit. He's in a room with a bunch of other people, and they, you know.
I thought that had an odd intro too.
Yeah. So yeah, dude has a weird. He has I think an unhealthy obsession with guns and sex. He's a big anime and game freak because he referenced so many different anime and a couple different games in like 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
He took a shot at J-pop and
K-pop.
K-pop.
He didn't take a shot at K-pop. He used it as a bar.
From the context I got, it sounded a little bit like a shot at the genre, but
it may have been.
I did actually like Hellbent.
Okay.
And we made an anime opening.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I did like those.
I didn't like off the album.
I did like those 2.
I
also love the fact that everything's in caps except for we made an anime opening. It's all lowercase.
How did you feel about the breakdown in Dead Man's Wonderland?
I didn't even know it was a breakdown until you pointed it out. Because all I know is he was just screaming.
Well, I mean, everything slowed down and like kind of.
I wasn't even paying attention to that. There was so much else going on that I didn't even pay attention to the music. I don't know. He was just. He has something that works apparently, but I think for me it's not connecting. It was just weird. That's all I have. Like as an overall review, it is just weird.
I enjoyed it, but
I'm gonna have to side with Ron a little bit on this one. That's about all I got.
Right.
It was, I don't know, man. It was odd.
Time to move on to your shit so I can shit on your shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I had the 2020 EP by Eskimo Callboy. Yeah, I mean we've talked about Hypa Hypa, we've talked about Hate Love, and we talked about MC Thunder too, just last week.
Yes.
3 songs of which I absolutely love, and I absolutely love the other half of this EP because Monsieur Mustache is Monsieur Moustache, as it's actually spelled basically. It's I don't know. It's just it's that Eskimo Callboy sound that it's hype. It has electronics to it.
Yeah.
And it has their joke lyrics, but in a serious tonality.
Yeah, it got me ready for anything.
And then Drama Queen is a bit of a transition into more of electronic and poppy-esque stuff, which for for their take on it, it works really well.
Yes.
And then Prism, which is very much softer. It's much more soft and it's more acoustic than anything.
Yeah.
And I love that aspect of having both of the brutality and the almost angelic aspect of it.
I was actually listening to it on the way here. I listened to Tokyo's 7-track, and then when that was over, I actually put on Eskimo Cowboys' new album. It's fucking dope.
It is.
Yeah, I think
So-
Prism, Hate Love, and Hypa Hypa are my 3 favorites off of it, but I love all 6.
I just don't know.
Hypa Hypa is definitely my favorite off of it. It's just so good.
I just think it's funny that Ed wasn't sold on it at first.
It's the well, not with Hypa Hypa. It's I don't know where you would play it because you got like hard style, dun, 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 and then like
and then it breaks out into metal
and you're like,
It's such a jump.
Wait.
out of nowhere too.
Yes. There's no lead up
You
to
can't
it.
even tell it's about to happen.
There's no.
Like there's probably
nothing. It's
2
just,
notes of transition.
It's just boom. Guess what? We're now screaming.
It's the same thing with MC
Welcome
Thunder.
to metal.
It's the same thing with MC Thunder, and I
Were you just dancing? Sorry, it's now a mosh pit.
yep. It's now dancing in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love the fact that this band is very creative with how they do their work.
I love it. It's like what Hollywood Undead.
It makes them fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's like Hollywood Undead, where they take 2 genres that don't seem like they should mix, and they make it work. It's something Linkin Park did as well. Limp Bizkit did it. Kid Rock did it for a little bit. And that was the early stages of it, anyway. So,
Kid Rock attempted to be a rapper.
Well,
And
also
then
making other...
transitioned in the rock. Although the shit that he put out in the middle of the transition was great. American Badass, fucking I can't remember how it's pronounced. It's like ball. It goes. Alright, you know,
You'll get it.
You're not even gonna try.
I'm not even gonna try. I'll look it up. We'll carry on.
But yeah, so Eskimo Callboy is just... They have a sound that they know very well,
Oh yeah.
and that they're comfortable with doing, and I absolutely love it. And they have fun with it. Like, the video for MC Thunder 2 is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Like everything they do, they know what they're doing and they get it done right.
There's a scene in the MC Thunder 2 video where it looks like it's out of Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like they're just having fun. And in turn making really good music. That's how it should be, really.
Yeah, it's something not enough people do anymore, and they do it really well.
Callboy seems to be the band that loves
Ball with
doing
the
what
Ball.
they do.
Yeah.
Ball with the ball.
Yes.
Everybody knows that one.
Yes. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Cowboy's another good
Yes.
rock-ish thing. Okay, how did we wind up on Kid Rock?
Because I brought up new metal, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that is
What else?
actually all I have.
Oh really?
Really? There's nothing else.
I haven't seen anything else that to interest me. I mean, I know Marilyn Manson had his. I meant to
listened
go.
it.
I meant to go through it. I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dropped Don't Chase the Dead.
Yeah.
It is very catchy.
Oh, I know. Like, We Are Chaos was already catchy, and I want to.
It's something I was actually going to talk about.
We Are Chaos is the album, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to listen to it. And I just didn't get around to it.
You should.
I got around to it.
I know. I will.
It's so catchy and it's such a banger.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play it like either tonight or tomorrow because I want to hear it.
Sorry to hear it.
But you did hear it.
I did. And you didn't, which is weird.
Strange.
I just didn't get around to it.
All right.
All right, I guess I'll talk about some of the stuff I got.
No,
Got a
you
few
won't.
singles. Well, I had
We
Don't
can-
Chase the Dead, but
We can
we've already
dive
talked
into
about
the
that.
singles in a minute.
What?
You want to dive into the singles in a minute? Like, after
Well-
have our own segment for it, or just carry on with... Fuck it.
Well, I was going to do my singles and then go into my
Carry on.
album. All right. Well, I had Don't Chase the Dead, but we've already talked about that, how it's such a catchy banger.
Yeah.
I've also got Guns Don't Cry by Stormseeker.
Gones.
Guns Don't Cry.
Gones.
Well, whatever. But
Don't cry. All right.
it's It's a very good song. They seem to be fitting their format very well, Stormseeker, with their pirate-themed rock metal.
It's like Rumahoy.
Yeah, except it's a little toned down from Rumahoy.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you don't get as much destructive feelings from the music, but you still have the same feeling.
Well, see, I don't get that from Rumahoy, but carry on.
Whatever. I've also got Distant, dropped Hellmouth.
Ooh.
You would probably like it, Ron. It is pretty darn heavy metal.
Okay.
That's about all I can really say about it. It's pretty darn heavy. And then I've got I Can't Wait by Arc. It is a melodic dubstep track. I threw it to you guys earlier today. I played it for you earlier. What did you guys think about it?
It's alright. It's dubstep.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish I could understand the lyrics a little bit better, but that's just because I haven't been listening too closely.
As you tend to not do.
Yeah, that's just me.
Lyrics are just a aspect of the music.
I know. But, like, for...
Especially
overall
when it comes
feel.
to dubstep, the main aspect is the drop. That is what people are there for.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
Which this one had a pretty good drop too.
The lyrics are secondary in dubstep.
What is tertiary in dubstep? Or is it only two aspects?
There's more than two aspects.
Alright, so what's the tertiary aspect?
This motherfucker.
This is something we got to pre-plan.
yeah.
Can't put him on the spot like that.
Especially with my brain functioning at like 20% capacity or less.
Just drink more than Red Bull.
It wouldn't help. It'd just be a less concentrated.
It's just overclocking his brain.
Overclocking.
He'd be overclocking something that's not running at full capacity anyway.
Yes. Yeah, you'd be getting about 1% logic and the rest just bullshit.
It would be like throwing nitrous into an engine that has 9 of its cylinders missing.
Oh, okay.
9?
And it's only a 4-banger.
That's where
so
my mind would be.
It's Ed's car.
Yeah.
I have 9 cylinders missing out of my 4-banger.
I'm sorry, what now? You should say that to somebody.
Totally. But the album I
shit.
recommended you guys was Oceans of Slumber by Oceans of Slumber.
Yeah, good old self-title.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I actually liked this one a little bit.
I can't say that there's any standouts, but it's definitely worth listening to.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a solid metal album with different genres mixed into it because there's metalcore. I heard a little bit of deathcore in there, and it's a lot of power.
Yeah.
So it's very
What's like a power that I can deal with?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
Which I'm not. Again, I say it every week. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
not a fan of power metal, but it's worth.
Yeah, this one actually wasn't too bad.
It was pretty good.
But so moving on,
What do we
since
got next?
we already used our single segment.
No, I used mine. You guys still have yours.
I have singles.
Well, I don't have any because
I normally don't have singles, but I found something today, and now I have singles,
Oh,
and I'm lost. Hold on.
look at Ed being lost.
All right, so Mozzie dropped a single called "Streets Ain't Safe" featuring Blast, artist whose album I talked about last week. Very good song. I definitely encourage people to go listen to it. Unfortunately, I only had one listen, so I really can't give you a deep dive on what's going on there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have really to talk about. No, oh, hold on. Fletcher
Lie.
dropped an album. I think it's. Let me see if I can find the name of the album. We got a lot of dead space. I mean, that's
No.
one of Dead Space.
I mean, there's no dead space. You're talking.
All right, it's the S tapes. Only it has in parentheses X between S and tapes.
Okay.
It's a pop album. I enjoyed it. It's got 7 songs.
Okay.
Worth giving a listen to. I personally didn't have any standouts, but there's a few songs off of it that seem to be trending.
I mean, it's a pop album.
So
Most pop songs don't have, or most pop albums don't have standouts.
but
Unless you're Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
But that's Panic for you.
You know, Mastodon dropped a.
Did they?
Forgot to
Did
talk.
they?
Yes. Nobody else heard it.
I didn't know they were dropping anything new. I don't care for Mastodon, so it's not something
Oh, okay.
that I would have known about.
Which I don't necessarily know if it's a new album to say exactly.
Here, let me
'Cause-
pull it up. Let me be able to find it.
It's medium rarities.
Okay, so it's probably.
They got some instrumentals, some lives. I just realized.
Oh, it's to celebrate their 20th anniversary as a group.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a mix of singles, but
Rarities, live tracks, and instrumentals.
yeah.
They do have a new song on it though, which is called "Fallen Torches."
Okay, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I actually heard
Fallen
good reviews
Torches.
about it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just never cared for Mastodon, so I didn't know about this.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
It's more industrial, and it's not something I tend to flow towards. But
All right.
good for them though. 20 years.
Yeah. I didn't know that they were around that long. To be honest with you.
It's still crazy to me that being on the topic of the 20-year thing, Linkin Park,
Yeah.
Hybrid Theory is 20 years old. Just baffles me, man. I grew up with that. A lot of people did too. And it's something that they shaped a genre.
Yeah, they did.
It's amazing.
The genre that's unfortunately somewhat dead.
Well,
There's
that's
a few bands out there that still do it, but it's
I don't want to see it come back in its true roots. I want to see it come back innovated, like what From Ashes to New is doing.
yeah.
That's what I want to see more of. So it was good groundwork for Slipknot, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and all the other groups, Static X. So I mean, it was a good groundwork to something more, which I'm all for the innovation. But I do believe that wraps up our singles. If Ed has nothing else,
I have nothing else.
Alrighty.
I
and I'll
believe.
wrap up
Hold
our
on.
singles.
So I guess now we're going on to news.
Could, I guess.
Why would you have in mind?
I don't know.
Okay. Do we have any news? Because I
I-
certainly don't.
I have everything I say right now is a question.
I know there's shit happening with Limp Bizkit, but I don't
Okay.
know what it is. I just know
Oh.
Fred Durst is
This guy.
not happy, and there's other shit going on. But then again, it's Fred Durst.
Is he ever happy?
My point exactly. But yeah.
Interesting enough, I remember when I was younger hearing a rumor that Eminem was planning on teaming up with Fred Durst to go after I think the guy's name was Everclear or something like that.
Hmm.
And another white rapper, and it just for whatever reason Fred Durst didn't go through with it. So I forget the song, but M actually winds up throwing shade at Fred Durst
For backing out of it.
mainly because of that. But he does it in a way to where if you didn't know that's what it was, that the shade was mainly there for, you just think it was just M attacking another celebrity for no good reason.
Okay.
Gotcha. Which he does tend to do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. Other than that, I know vague stuff, and it's not worth mentioning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything super big regarding concerts. A lot of delays, redates, and cancels.
yeah.
So
This guy doesn't have a single concert before before quarantine. Now he's all over the concerts.
hey, gotta pick up something, right?
A little too late though.
Oh man, but there's
Although-
no
But trust
concert.
me, I'll be the first to tell you when there is one available.
Movie theaters have recently opened back up, so
Yeah.
concerts will start hopefully early next year,
Hmm.
or at least around springtime.
I'm actually looking through right here, and I've got looks to be Lotus 2-day pass for XL Live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It looks like that's been dated up for March 27th to 28th. So
Cool.
Apparently Tidal is partnering with Facebook's Oculus for VR concerts.
I think I saw something about
Cool.
So that should be interesting.
I mean, VR chat is a good hub for that too, because they already have VR chat already has like rooms you can go to for live concerts like that. So that would be a good place to do it.
that. Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
I think virtual viewing for all that kind of stuff is going to be the next wave
Next
we hit.
big thing.
It's going to be the next thing that happens.
When it's done right, it's good.
Well, I mean, it's early stages, so a lot of groundwork's got to be laid. A lot of kinks have to be worked out.
I went to watch. I seen Nightmare did a live set, and I couldn't necessarily watch it because the production on it was really weird to watch. It was good to listen to, but I was sadly in the mood to sit there and watch the decks, and Nightmare wasn't doing much with the decks.
It just had a pre-recorded thing going.
I can see that.
So, which is all fine and good because it was fun to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I definitely think Tomorrowland is like the start of that whole thing.
they did a great job with it. Nightmare, I don't know the crew he got together to do the animations, but I also don't like the pumped in crowd noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally think it'd be cooler for a DJ's live set instead of having the artificial AI crowd just showing the DJ booth with like some crazy ass colors, like you're looking through a kaleidoscope almost. With the DJ in the middle.
But I mean, that's still playing to different audiences, though. Like, you are someone that appreciates the way they make the music happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, someone else might want to be there just for the experience of being around other people and the light shows and whatnot.
True.
Which is why I think VR chat's going to be, well, the VR capability of it, I think that's going to be the next step.
Because then a lot of people will be able to experience it without having to risk health issues around other people.
Right, because then you still get to interact with other people live. You still get to hear, something live.
Yeah.
All from your computer share.
Yeah.
So it's something
How many coffee tables do you think are going to be broken?
a lot.
Oh, a good amount.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to be, the whole virtual viewing thing is going to be the next step we take with concerts and everything. But
landlord walks into your apartment. Why are all the holes on the wall? Slipknot had a concert.
Slipknot
I just really felt the need to mosh.
I just needed to, and there's a wall there.
Well, I didn't realize it. I had a VR set on.
So what I saw, there was a person there, but in reality, there was a wall.
Yeah, I just knew I hit a hard object, and my hand is a little bleeding. But
That's why there's a coffee table in the trash can.
An entire coffee
TV.
table in the trash can.
Yes.
Because they fit.
Ah.
Shit.
What do we want to jump into next if we're out of news?
We could go to shit we've been fucking with.
We can do that.
All right.
I went on a bit of a run today.
Yeah.
I was like, let me see. I typed in bass house on Apple Music and just see what would come up. Found out DIMAC and UKF, two EDM labels that I pay close attention to, have their own bass house playlist from their artist.
Really?
And I think personally DIMAC's was better than UKF's, but that's a preference thing.
Starting a little drama.
Both were very good.
What else you got?
Oh yeah, dove into some Earth Gang. Found out they're dropping a new album, the 25th. So we'll be talking. I'll be bringing it up in the next podcast.
2 weeks
All
from
right.
Yep. Outside of the usual shit that I listen to, which is Pusha T, A$AP Rocky. I did go back and listen to Nas King's Disease.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it sounds better now. I don't know, man. I appreciate it more now than I did when it first dropped. I don't know.
Sometimes it happens.
which I thought it sounded great
Yeah, no.
when it first dropped, but
Apparently, no, it got better.
it got better, even though there's nothing new. Ed's World. Welcome.
I mowed the lawn earlier today, and I decided to, after listening to your album beforehand, before I did it, I decided to dive in to some Shadow of Intent again.
Okay.
With Melancholy, which is their latest record release, which I absolutely still love. When I'm in the mood for death metal, I tend to go towards more deathcore. But I was like, you know what? Oh, we're just gonna go straight in, full dive. So, you good?
I'm fine, bro.
All right.
So I
do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
All right, I didn't realize this was Wizard of Oz.
All right.
We're off to see the copyright strike.
But yeah, I decided to go back into Shadow of Intent. Barren and Breathless Wasteland is still one of my favorite songs off of Melancholy, only because of the intro guitar riff. Because
Okay.
I'll play that after we're done.
All right.
Just because it's so like in your face, and then it stops, and it chugs, and then you hear the growl, and then it kicks back up. And that intro will always be one of my favorites.
Alrighty.
And then I was
You gotta love a good chug.
yes. After that, I went back into Motionless in White because I love MIW. I was listening to the latest release, which is Disguise. It's the latest album release, I should say, because they've had some stuff come out afterward, which is like renditions of of that stuff. Because I talked about the motion picture soundtrack for Another Life and what's the other song? I can't remember the name of it, but they did piano renditions of two of their songs off of Disguise, and they did the cover of Somebody Told Me. But I was listening to the Disguise album, and I still love that album. Headache is still one of my favorite songs.
Nice.
You good there, Ed?
I'm fine, bro.
You having
Again, pay no attention.
you fangirling a little bit?
Huh?
Fangirling a little bit? Freaking out about something? What you got?
Nothing.
Well, that's about all I got for what I've been listening to lately. So,
Alright.
Bruce, what you got? And then
So-
we'll jump ahead with Ed's little
So what I've been
meltdown.
listening to is I've actually been listening to System of a Down recently, Ozzy Osbourne.
You're always listening to that System of a Down.
Always. It's always time for System of a Down.
That's because the system is down.
I listened to a little bit of Circles by Post Malone.
God, I fucking love that
So
song.
good.
I love Hollywood's Bleeding, to be honest.
It's such a good album. And then today what I've been listening to nonstop is I've been listening to Don't Chase the Dead, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I've been playing those as much as I reasonably could today.
You can't chase the dead.
I just love both of those songs.
You
Such
can,
good.
technically.
Well, Don't Chase the Dead,
I mean,
because
if
then the
they're
dead
in
will
a
chase
hearse,
you.
Then yes.
Well,
But, supernatural beings also exist.
well, like he says in the song, don't chase the dead or the dead will chase you.
Oh, so it's supernatural.
You never know. But yeah, I've been listening to Don't Chase the Dead, and I can't wait.
We need to reboot Ed at some point. We gotta figure out how to do
Yeah,
it.
we need to help him. And another song I've been listening to a lot in the past week, which I showed you guys right before we started, was Melodica Bros' cover of Numb by Linkin Park.
Which is a
Yes.
Which
fantastic
is
cover,
beautiful.
by the way.
He does amazing acoustic covers.
He does.
They do. It's two, right?
I think it's just the one.
I think it's just the one on most of them.
Okay. I thought there's two of them.
Didn't they do one of Psychosocial as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That one I liked too.
First one I heard was a System of a Down thing that they did.
Yeah, they did Chop Suey. I
Chop
know
Suey,
they've done
yes.
BYOB. I know they've done Unsainted by Slipknot. That was the one that got me onto them,
Yeah.
which was amazing because I listened to that on our vacation the one time. And like I didn't even listen to the original song. I was like, damn, this is good. And Ron over here is like, Damn, that's just about as good as the original one.
And Bruce was like, "Wait, excuse me?" I'm like,
There's
"Yeah,
an
it's,
original?
yeah, like it's Slipknot. It's all
'Cause,
for newest album."
I knew it was a cover, but I was like, so you're telling me that this is just as good as the original? Damn, I gotta listen to that now.
Which he did, which he also loved.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean, it's Slipknot.
This is true.
Yeah. But that's about all I've been listening to.
All right.
All right, Ed, what are you flipping out about? What'd you
no,
find?
no. My mind when you were talking about the
Jeez.
cover, for whatever reason, the Killers started playing in my head.
Oh, God.
Okay, so anyway,
Somebody told
for
me.
the 18th,
Oh, so we're on upcomings now.
I think so.
did nobody announce this?
No.
No?
So Ed, how about you announce it for us?
Okay, moving on to upcoming albums. We'll be talking about what's slated for the 18th.
Yes.
Let's see. Joyner Lucas is dropping his Evolution EP, and Lil Tecca is dropping Virgo World. There we go. Again, I do need a reboot.
Hmm.
Okay, dead
that all you
silence. Gotta love it.
Is that all you
Is that
have?
what had?
That is legit all I have.
Oh,
Okay.
Why don't you go around?
Oh, I got a long one.
Longer than mine.
Yes.
Bullshit. I named 2 albums. Actually, I named 1 album.
I think it possibly has more.
There couldn't possibly be more metal than that.
Oh, taking shots. So, for September 18th, I have slated. We have 10 years with Violent Allies. Baylaker, I don't know how to pronounce it. They have re-releases of 2 of their albums called which are Of Breath and Bone and Stone's Reach. They're both re-releases. We have Carnation with Where Death Lies. We have Derek Sherinian, I think that's how it's pronounced, with The Phoenix. Fintroll with some other language of an album name, which I don't even know where to begin on how to say.
Then why did you bring it up?
So I didn't look at it beforehand, Ed.
Oh, okay.
Gotta use your eyes.
You also don't know how to speak English too well, so don't take shots at me.
Oh,
I am the
shots
worst at
fired.
English. English is my second language.
Exactly.
So
Next is Fires in the Distance with Echoes from Deep November. We have Flying Colors with Third Stage live in London. Heathen with Empire of the Blind. That one I might check out.
but they're Minnesota heathens.
Shut up. Napalm Death is coming out with Throes of Joy in the Jaws of Defeatism.
Defeatism.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Serum 114, which is they have an album. I believe this is in German of some sort.
Okay.
It's either German or something very similar.
Have you ever heard anything by Serum 113?
No.
Me neither. Okay.
Sumac with May You Be Held, and Varg with another German. I assume it's German. I don't know.
9.
But what's also not on here is the new Fit for a King album, which is The Path, which we
Ooh.
will be talking about.
Alrighty.
You ever notice how the album that he really wants to talk about is never on the list?
I know, right? That's twice now.
That is twice now.
Yeah.
Very not happy with it.
Strange.
Maybe the gods are saying that your albums aren't that interesting.
Well, that's all
God.
relative now, isn't it?
It is very relative.
Maybe the gods just don't like him.
But Fit for a King is a good band, from what I've heard.
Very
by
good.
Yes.
So
Excited for that album.
I'm excited for the recommendation to come through to text.
All right, Bruce, what you got?
All right, I got a couple albums.
Oh,
You
I've got-
actually have albums this time? Holy shit.
Yeah. Get off my back. Last week the list wasn't full. This time it's over full. This week I can only do albums, otherwise I'll be here forever.
there we go.
All right, so Bainbridge is dropping Crusade. That's an EP.
Well, that's not an album now, is it?
You shut your face.
Technicalities. Technicalities.
All right, if we're going off of that, then I only have one album to talk about real quick.
I mean, if you're talking about electronic music, it's mainly EPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I got here is electronic, so. Cloverdale's dropping Keep Dancing.
Ooh.
Dub Dogs is dropping Day. Elderbrook is dropping Why Do We Shake in the Cold.
Okay.
Griffin and John Martin are dropping Cry. We got Jonas Aiden is dropping Community. We've got Maya Jane Coles and KM are dropping Pleasure.
Ooh.
Modi is dropping All the Love You Got.
Weird how they're back to back.
What now? I zoned out.
There's an album dropping called Pleasure,
Okay.
and there's one next on the list, which is titled
All the Love You Got.
Weird how they're back to back.
Mm,
And then we got... Oh, shit. Screen turned off.
there we go.
Bruh.
Then we got... Weewick is dropping Jungle Terror 4.
Who was that?
Weewick?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, that's what I got.
That's what you got.
Alrighty then.
All right. I think we stole the airwaves long enough.
Think
do you
so.
think?
Time to let
There
them-
we go.
Think their own ways again.
So once again, this has been episode 20 of the Music Shack podcast.
Indeed it has.
Thank you guys for joining us this week, as you do every week, hopefully, if you do enjoy the show enough.
Yes.
Please recommend it to anybody else. Can't ask you that enough. And we'll see you next week with more
Indeed.
music.
Yep. So till next week, stay safe. Mosh and rave responsibly. And enjoy the noise.